Howdy, I'm Just Rob V, and this is 5 tips on how to set up your Zwift RIDE smart bike. Lou and I, my wife, set this bike up in a video that she put out, and we have taken comments from that video, and we've compiled a list of the top 5 hints that you need to know so that you don't fail in setting up this bike. One of them, super important, and there's nowhere else to find this information. So stick around. For those of you who are usually here on my channel for my content, well, guess what? I've got something for you at the end as well. So let's get started. Tip 5 is a very simple one. Lou goes step by step in her video through all of it, okay? I'm not going to do that. I am going to take some of the pieces and redo some of the tips in that video, but it's all going to come from here, so it's very important. Read the instructions. That's tip 5. Now, it's time for tip 4. So be sure that you've got enough space in order to get this set up and to get the bike built. You'll be a whole lot less frustrated if you do. All right, step 3. Keep the tool where it belongs so that when you need to change the spacing on the handlebars or raise your seat, or one of the other really important pieces that's coming soon, you've got the tool right where you want it. All right. So, tip 3, keep the Zwift tool where the Zwift tool belongs. Okay, we're getting closer. Now it's time for tip 2, and it is this. When you're attaching the handlebars and you are setting up this end piece and you're getting everything tightened down, be gentle, be patient. There's a channel right here. And these things match up, so there's these 2 little grooves, and everyone can see where these fit in. That's easy. But it's these 2 little grooves that you have to really line up and be sure that that they go in, because this is a smooth sliding piece. It really is, if you line it up properly. So I just lined it up properly, and you can see that it slides nice and easy in there. Then you line up the top pieces and click, it's just there. In this specific piece, you're sliding 2 plastic pieces in together. Brute force is a bad idea, but that is necessary for this. However, if you're dealing with metal on metal, sometimes a little bit of force is what's needed. And now it's time for us to move on to the final tip. And actually, that's a big part of it. So, tip 2, be patient. Don't use all the force that you have when you're dealing with these delicate plastic pieces. Tip number 1. Honestly, this is the reason that you're here. And I know that. This is the reason that you stopped building your bike at this exact moment, okay? I've already got some components done, but you stopped your bike at this moment right here. At about 11 minutes in Lou's video, okay? At 11 minutes, there's this thing that happens. And it took me about 5 minutes. We don't say that on her video, but it took me about 5 minutes to figure out what might work, just so that you can get the through axle into this so that the bike is secure. So I'm gonna show you what I did, because in the video, we explain it, but I don't show you, all right? So here's what you need in order to make this happen, okay? Let me try to set this back down safely first. Here's what you need. There's this little plastic bag in the toolkit, and it has 2 of these in it. What? It's that simple. There's this little bag. This isn't mentioned anywhere. It's not mentioned on the official Zwift videos. It's not mentioned like in the instruction booklet. There's nothing that talks about this. I looked at this tiny little thing, which is basically just a weird part of a screw, and on the top of it, it has a bearing. Just a little ball bearing. So I looked at it, and I took our handy dandy tool, and I figured out, oh look, that tool fits in there. And this is a thread. I can see that. So I thought to myself, hey self, I wonder if something might be wrong in this little channel here. So you feel on this side, the side with the chain, no, it's smooth, it goes through. But on this other side, there was something that was blocking the axle. It wouldn't go. So I put this little thread in, and this is basically like a thread cutter. That's my term for it. I don't know the official terminology, but you can give it just sort of a little quarter, maybe, no, look, that was not quite a full turn, okay? Don't force it, don't force it. This is just a small turn, and that's it. And then you take it back out, and you put your bike back down, and you're super frustrated because you're trying to figure out, did I use the wrong, oh wow, that was scary and close. Did I use the wrong components down here because I didn't set it on properly? The answer to that is no. No, you didn't. You're okay. You used the right pieces down here, but you didn't use this because you didn't know, because you weren't told to. All right, so not on you, but you were smart and you jumped on YouTube and you started looking, and you probably found Lou's video first and you've watched it. And if you haven't watched it, take a peek at it, okay? So you line all of this up, you make sure that it's safe and secure, which I didn't do just a second ago. I put the tool back in here, just want to hold on to it. And now I want you to see what happens. So you give this a nice little nudge to get it in there. And previously you just sat there and this would free spin like this, over and over and over, never doing anything. You give it a little smack and you can feel the tension immediately. And guess what? That tension, that's what you're looking for. And guess what happens after that? You have a fully built bike. And with your fully built bike, you go through the rest of the steps, and here's the last steps. You get your stuff all set up, and you put the pedals on, you adjust the height. Mine's not adjusted properly, but you get to sit down on that bike, and all the pain and suffering that you went through before you went to YouTube, before you found Lou's unboxing and building video, before you found my 5 tips, all that pain and suffering is gone. And one of the ways that I like to get rid of it on this channel is with a quick beer. So that's the reason that I ride, and I just wanted to end this video with this amazing lemon drizzleberry cupcake beer. It's a sour beer from Vault City. Look at that color. That's totally worth all of the pain of building a bike when you don't have every single little piece, all the last pieces of instruction. So, I hope for all of you, good luck on building the bike, and hopefully this gets you out there on the road, and I will see you in Watopia, maybe even tonight. So, stick around, subscribe, like, leave me a comment. Did I help you out? I hope so. Watch Lou's videos. Subscribe to both of us. We have a lot of crazy adventures. Hers are around cycling and mine are around following her around. And drink your beer. So, until next time, cheers.